We learned about the first 20 elements. The first one is hydrogen atom, whose symbol is H. Now, for us to build an atom of hydrogen, the first thing we need to notice is we need to know the contents of the nucleus and the energy levels. So first, a hydrogen atom contains one proton, one electron, and no neutrons or zero neutrons. The first thing we need to do is to draw a circle, and in it we need to indicate the contents of the nucleus, since this first circle represents the nucleus. In this case, it only contains one proton, zero neutrons. That means we don't need to write zero neutrons. Then we draw the energy level, the first energy level, which contains only one electron. And we always represent electrons with an X. Sometimes we could represent electrons with a dot. So either way, any of these two structures would represent the hydrogen atom. Now, there is something we talked about called the electron arrangement or electron configuration, which is just the distribution of electrons in the energy levels. Since we have only one electron in the energy levels, then the electron configuration of hydrogen is 1. The second atom is the helium atom. It contains 2 protons, 2 electrons, and 2 neutrons. Who can tell me the first way to draw this? We need to start off with drawing. Yes, got it, a circle. Yes, and in the circle we need to indicate the contents of the nucleus, which include 2 protons and 2 neutrons, which we write just 2p and 2n. P for protons, n for neutrons. What is the next step? Correct. You draw a circle around the nucleus to represent the first energy level, and then you fill it up with the 2 electrons. We draw using X, or we can use dots. So either way, this one or this one could represent a helium atom. What do you think is the electron configuration of the helium atom? Aha! If you said 2, then you are right. The third element is lithium, which is Li. The subatomic particles of lithium are 3 protons, 3 electrons, and 4 neutrons. For us to draw the structure of lithium atom, we're going to use the procedure and come up with the following. Notice that the first energy level contains only 2 electrons, and the third has occupied the second energy level, as you can see in the diagram. What is the electron arrangement of lithium? The electron arrangement of lithium is 2, 1. We usually just say 2, 1. However, we have to write 2, 1. Or we can say 2 and then dot 1. Remember that dot must be written just as you can see it there. The next element of the periodic table is beryllium atom. It contains the following subatomic particles: 4 protons, 4 electrons, and 4 neutrons. And it is represented by the following diagram. As you can see, the first energy level only contains a maximum of 2 electrons, and the other 2 electrons are contained in the second energy level. The electron configuration is therefore 2, 2, which we just say 2 is to 2. As usual, practice makes perfect. Draw the structure of atoms of the following elements: boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon. Remember, the number of electrons is equal to the number of protons. Make sure you do this before you move on with the lesson. Let us see how to build the sodium atom. It contains 11 protons, 11 electrons, and 11 neutrons. The structure looks like this. In the nucleus, we have 11p and 11n to represent the protons and neutrons. The first energy level has a maximum of 2 electrons. The second energy level has a maximum of 8. This means that we have used up 8 plus 2 to give us 10 electrons. We are remaining with 1 electron, and since the second energy level is full, the next electron will occupy the third energy level, and therefore it is located at the third energy level, as you can see. For the electron arrangement or electronic configuration, it is 2, 8, 1. Or you can say 2, 8, 1. For the calcium atom, represented by the symbol Ca, it contains 20 protons, 20 electrons, and 20 neutrons. The structure of calcium atom is represented as follows. In the nucleus, we write the contents of 20 protons and 20 neutrons. And then the first energy level contains a maximum of 2 electrons and none other. In the second energy level, we have 8 electrons, which we can count as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. In the third energy level, we have also 8 electrons. As you can observe, these electrons are written in pairs: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So far, we have 2 electrons in the first energy level, plus 8 electrons in the second energy level, plus 8 electrons in the third energy level, giving us a total of 18 electrons. From the 20 electrons that calcium contains, we have 2 extra electrons remaining, which means since the third energy level is full, they will occupy the fourth energy level. And that is why we represent them here. Can you guess the electronic configuration of calcium? If you said 2882, you are right.